Hello everyone, this is Sam. In today's video we're going to be talking about the upcoming patch, so the Rune and Sigil rework that is supposed to hit on November 13th. And I would just have to ask you guys to excuse the horrible bad hair and face, but I got up exactly for this video because I have 5 tips for you guys on how to prepare for the patch in order to have the best performance and hopefully the best gold that you can make as the patch hits. So you're gonna need to be fast, but we're gonna talk about all of that after the intro. And now that we're back together, first of all, I want to say that this is a patch where nobody has any previous insight. Like, they are not only reworking some runes, they're also changing the crafting system entirely so that all the runes and sigils can be crafted, but also so that the ones that had a recipe prior get a new recipe that matches the recipes of the new ones that couldn't be crafted before. What that means is that it's probably going to be more expensive for everyone, and it also means that you need to be fast when the patch hits. It's going to be a race, you're going to need to be present, you're going to need to be logged in into the game, and you're going to need to be aware of what is happening so that you can act quickly and efficiently. The first tip, and probably one of the most important, is to have a clean pickup tab. So of course I'm not going to be trading on this account because I have an account dedicated to trading in GW2, but you really want to have a clean pickup tab. That means nothing in the delivery box other than gold. You want to have as little transactions as possible so that it doesn't get cluttered when you want to get some of your stuff, and you want to have a lot of space in your inventory. These are super important, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to buy, collect, and relist as fast as you otherwise could. So that's the first tip. Have a clean pickup tab and inventory. The second tip is to check the new recipes as fast as possible. We know the recipes are changing. However, these recipes were previously discovered. Like, if you have the recipe to make a specific rune right now, the recipe is going to change. You probably, I'm not going to overextend there, you probably won't need to rediscover it, which means that as soon as you log back into the game, you just rush to the crafting station, you open it, and you're like, that's the recipe. Also, following on that tip, you kind of want to leave your character close to a crafting station. Like, for example, on this character I have Leatherworker and Huntsman. I'm just gonna sit him between the two and just quickly check the one on the other. That's an important tip. The third tip is to go for the materials that are more rare instead of the more common ones. So let's say to craft a sigil or a rune, you need like some of the new materials, of course, and then like a common and a rare. Just the commons are going to be oversupplied and are probably going to be like easy to get. Like, I mean, Orichalcum, for example, has always been cheap, same for Gossamer. Like, these ones are going to remain cheap probably. What you want to go for is the other materials. You want to get a hold of them. And this leads us into the fourth tip. The fourth tip is identify where the materials come from and seize the means of production. Behind this very communist formula, there is an important tip. You want to see which materials are going to be important, and you want to know where they come from. Let's say for example you need randomly a giant eye to craft some of the runes or sigils, and you're going to be like, giant eyes. But if you don't know where they come from, then you're not going to make a clever decision. A clever decision would be to buy them up, if the rune or sigil is very interesting, because we're still going to be able to like more or less remove them from equipment if we have an extractor. So like people with extractors still have good power, but otherwise you want to understand how the supply of these materials work so that you don't overextend in your buyout. For example, you could be like, oh my god, I need powerful blood to craft some of the new sigils, I'm gonna buy all of them. Then you buy all of them and then you realize that literally everyone and their mom can drop them. Then you're like, well, shit. That's what you don't want to do. So just look at how stuff is acquired before you make a buying decision. Like, write down what you want to buy quick, and then quickly check what's worth buying, and just go for it then. And finally, the fifth tip. It's probably the most important of them all. As usual. Like, the tips are always in no specific order, but this one is actually quite important. Don't splurge on one item. like look at what the sigils and runes get reworked into, look at what seems to be good, what could actually become meta, and then buy the materials to make these, and buy some of these as well. You want to diversify. If you have a good hunch and go all in, all the power to you. But if you don't have a good hunch and go all in, then you've just lost everything. Don't splurge on one item. Be clever, diversify. These are the 5 tips that I would give you for this upcoming patch. I'm going to be preparing the spreadsheet for checking the new recipes, so just like an API call on the recipes. Hopefully it will work just fine, and that's going to be for like Discord members only, sub-channel, whatever. This leads us into the shilling. So if you're not already part of our Discord, what are you doing? Join us, it's pretty cool. We post food pics. You know you want food pics. And apart from that, I also would like it if you guys could, you know, leave a comment under the video, leave a like on it. Just talk about it to your friends, that would be great. If you want to give me some monies, I got a Patreon, I got a Twitch, we got stuff. I actually stream quite often. You guys want to check that out maybe. And all of that is pretty much what I do. If you like the content, you can also write down that you liked it, and then I'll make more of that. If you didn't like it, do the same. Just tell me why you didn't like it and what you would like to see. Then we're going to work on that. But above all else, I just want every single one of you to have a wonderful Sunday and enjoy the AR.